Shalom. First and foremost, I would give all praises to the Lord and honor to. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to Akim out there. And this is a quick outside lesson. Because I'm outside, I'm not at home. But this is a news article recently just came in from Jerusalem Post. This is by Reuters. Was published on May the 7th, 2022, and updated at May 7th, 2022. And this is a outside lesson that I'm about to do on this Saturday afternoon, May the 7th, 2022. And the highlight of this news article, when it reads, it says North Korea fires a short-range ballistic missiles off its east coast. And it says North Korea fired a short-range ballistic missile, believed to be a submarine-launched ballistic missile, which is a submarine-launched ballistic missile. That's what it stands for, SLBM, into off the east coast. Right off the sea of East Coast. And it says, continuing on with the news article, it says North Korea fires a ballistic missile from the submarine on Saturday. South Korea said it escalation just before the inauguration of the South Korean president, who was vowed to take a hard line against North in a visit of U.S. president. It said South Korea, the military said North Korea fired what is believed to be a submarine-launched ballistic missile into the sea. So it is off the east coast around 0507 GMT. That's the time on Saturday, from near Simpo, where North Korea North Korea keeps the submarines as the equipment for the test firing the submarine-launched ballistic missiles. It says Japan also said that projectiles was a short-range ballistic missile defense. Minister Nobuo Kaishi said North Korea's recently development in North Korea's missiles related to technology, and repeatedly launches a ballistic missiles threatening the region and the international community. And it says this is absolutely unacceptable, he told reporters, adding that Japan will continue to strengthen its defense capabilities strategically to protect its citizens from security threats in the close cooperation with the United States and South Korea and other allies. It says the launch comes 3 days before Tuesday inauguration of Yoon Suk-yeol, if I pronounced his name right, as South Korea president and head of its May 21st summit with the U.S. President Joe Biden in Seoul. It says South Korea's National Intelligence Service Chief Park Ji-won said North Korea may be conducting a nuclear test between the inauguration and the Biden visit. Yonhap news agency reports. KAC said it is possible for North Korea to complete a nuclear test preparations as early as this month, as furthering proactive acts. This was also in the line of assessments of Pyongyang was preparing its Pyongyang nuclear test site could be ready to conduct a test there as early as this month. This is aiming at the South new administration beginning next week and applying primitive pressure to take control of the situation before the U.S. South Korea summit. Yang Moon-jin, professor at the University of North Korea Studies in Seoul, it said it also creates tensions to strengthen the regime coherence face of circumstances such as preventing of the Cold War 19 spreading in the United States, condemning launch as a threat to North Korea neighbor. As the world as spokesperson for the United States State Department says Washington's commitment to defend South Korea and Japan's remain ironclad, if I said that right. It says Jean seeks deterioration. Intelligence Chief Park told Yo Hep that Tunnel Number 3 is the Pyongyang site is designed to test smaller nuclear devices without a elaboration. It says analysts in South Korea and United States officials have the North appears to be restoring the Tunnel Number 3 and the East Coast site, which was used for underground nuclear blasts for its close in 2018 in the denuclearization talks with Washington and Seoul. Japan and South Korea estimated that Saturday's missile has, it says, right, small looking missiles from a submarine, a move that analyzes that it could be aimed to more quickly fielding in operation. Damn, this connection tweaking. So yeah, I ain't gonna finish the rest of it all. So I'm gonna bring out another news article as well too. Show, it goes to show you what the like in the book of Job chapter 3 verse 10, let the weak say I'm strong. And then slash second woe is past, behold, third woe coming quick, and the increase of wars and rumors of wars, So I'm gonna bring out another news article as well too. I just recently seen about Japan was saying this might be a somewhat similar situation over there in Ukraine. Let's see. Let me go right to it. Right here, and I'm gonna read this one as well too. And this goes into the increase of wars and rumors of wars. And the second war was past, behold, third war coming quickly. I paraphrase in reference to those scriptures. And that can be in the book of Revelations 11 and 14, and Job 3 and 10, I believe, and Matthews 24 and 6. This is another news article. In reference to the what the tensions going on over there in the South China Sea. And it says Japan warns of Ukraine-like conflict. It says Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said Tokyo is against the use of force in the region. And it says Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has warned that a Ukraine-style armed conflict could break out in East Asia. He said that peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait is critical, right? And that goes into when they shall say peace and safety, then self-destruction comes on. That comes into mind since I was reading that, so that does make a lot of sense. It says great critical for Tokyo and the international community. It says we must collaborate. It says we must collaborate with our allies and like-minded countries and never tolerate an unilateral attempt to change the status quo by the use of its force. It says in the Indo-Pacific, especially in East Asia. Casaldo said during a meeting with British counterpart Boris Jackson in London on Thursday. It says Ukraine may be east. It says Ukraine may be East Asia tomorrow. The Japanese Prime Minister added, Cassandra, and said Japan remains committed to the issues surrounding Taiwan, which is Beijing wants to bring under its control to resolve through dialogue. The islands raised the alert level shortly, and after Russia's attack the neighboring country in late February, Foreign Minister Joseph Wu expressed hope on Saturday that China will be sanctioned if it threatens the islands with force or invades it. It says Taiwan and China previously accused each other stirring up tensions in the region. And it says Beijing dismissed the comparisons to Taiwan to Ukraine at the time as an inappropriate response to Koshanda, if I pronounce his name right, recently remarks on Friday. Foreign Minister spokesperson Zhao Lijian said if Japan side is sincere about maintaining peace and stability in East Asia, it says then it should be immediately stop provoking major country confrontation. It says last month, citing the Russian campaign in Ukraine amongst the other Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Republic, which is the LDP, submitted a proposal to update the National Defense Program guidelines. The country's chief strategic document, according to the Japan's media. The moves includes the change that will allow Japan to acquire counter-strike capabilities to attack enemies based on and commanding centers. In December, the U.S. and Japan drafted an emergency military plan in response to a potential conflict between China and Taiwan. It says, according to the Kojo News, China has previously accused Japan of meddling in Taiwan's issues, which considers domestic affairs. So yeah, that's that increase of wars and rumors of wars, And I'm gonna bring out one scripture. I'm gonna bring out that Joel chapter 3 verse 10. Since I believe North Korea's 14th nuclear missile test so far, and then you got I think you got Japan and United States and South Korea. They trying to monitor, trying to find situations of to stop them from doing those missile tests and stuff like that. This is the book of Joel chapter 3 verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. And let the weak say I am strong, right? Because you're seeing these countries got this nuclear capability, That's why you're seeing North Korea did that 14th nuclear missile launch, That's why these nations are stirring up, gearing up, preparing for war. That's why you're seeing these nations doing these joint exercise military drills, especially with the going on with the South China Sea. Tensions going on over there in Palestine and Israel, those tensions over there. These nations been gearing up, preparing for war, because we are in those times, Now I'm going to bring out Revelations 11 and 14. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. And the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly, right? Because we are seeing these signs of third woe coming quickly. Like I mentioned before, these other nations are gearing up preparing for war. That's why you've been seeing throughout the whole year of 2021, now into the year of 2022, these nations purchasing and developing nuclear capabilities. That's why you've been seeing North Korea doing these continual missile launches. That's why you got South Korea and the United States and Japan on alert on that. And then the Prime Minister of Japan, he was warning that potentially what's going on over there in Ukraine, it might be a same situation over there in the South China Sea. So that's what you call wars and rumors of wars right now. I'm about to bring that out as well too. Because we are definitely are in those times, and it's gonna further increase, Yeah, I'm about to bring that scripture out. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. In verse 7, the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, because you're seeing these increase of these wars and rumors of wars, and these nations shall rise against nations. Right, and these are the beginning of sorrows, because we're entering those stages of beginning of sorrows. Because you're seeing a lot of biblical prophecies going on. A lot of biblical prophecies. Which is biblical related, that's going on around the world, So that's why, like I mentioned before, you're seeing these earthquakes in diverse places. That's why you're seeing these heavy tornadoes around the world, a lot of judgment coming on the planet Earth. That's why you're seeing all these many different things that's going on the Earth, And it's going to further increase in these last days, Right, because you're going to see the increase of the nations to rise against nations and the kingdom against kingdoms. What's the especially what's going on over there in the Middle East, especially what's going on over there with the South China Sea over there, and you got North Korea firing their nuclear missiles over there, Then with the Israeli-Palestine thing, I believe it was I think it was a incident happened over there yesterday over there in Israel. It was like a situation that happened over there. It was like 3 people had killed. And it was like 2 suspects. It was like a stabbing attack or something like that, So that's in the book of Ecclesiastes 39:28. Spirits are created for vengeance as well too. So that's why you're seeing a lot of increase of these nations to rise against nations and kingdom against kingdoms. With the increase of famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places around the world. So with that, hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the 4 corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and above.